wasn't gonna go to Augrabies this time, but I really want to learn how to capture the beauty and the awesomeness of that river better, and how to use the camera better, and how to do the editing better. So I decided, why not go and try and see if I can capture more of that, you know, enormous volume of water that crashes down, feels like it's going to crash over you. Why not try that, and at the same time make a video that will give people who cannot visit Augrabies right now something close to that actual experience. In the past, sometimes the check-in was rows of cars like 200 meters or longer, but they did improve the system of checking in, so it's fairly quickly these days. They've become pretty efficient, and you pay inside at reception, not at the gate. At the gate you just check in. Today is 27 November, this is yesterday's data, 3,500. So this is still quite high, but it's dropped since yesterday about a meter. This is before you approach the falls itself. You can see down there, where is it, down there, some of the walkways, railings just sticking out of the water. So you cannot go to the forwardmost two lookout points. And that's where you get wet, really wet. You always leave that part for last, because by that time you're usually hot enough, so you want to cool down. You can see here, this was closed, the walkway, and it was underwater. They put pallets here to open it earlier and anchored. This is the normal walkway. So it's really not the case of just being overcautious about safety, them closing it up. This was underwater. You can still see water flowing there. You can see that the water was even up here. This is got sand washed over, so just you can understand here how much more water there was and why they would have closed it off. See the debris below there. I'm going to approach this video a little bit different from the normal. In order for you to experience this video as much as possible as if you were here, I'm going to move the camera as slowly as possible, and I'm going to show as much as possible footage so that you can have the time to look at what you want to look at instead of just looking at what the camera is looking at. So that does mean it's going to be a little bit of a longer video. It does mean I'm going to show the same waterfall a couple of times from different angles and at different rates of movement. It's an experiment. Let's see how much I can make it as realistic an experience as I can. it's impossible for a camera to capture what is actually happening here. I'm gonna try, but you really should come and visit. I'm gonna upload the image, the footage in as high resolution as I possibly can. But I'm gonna put something of everything as far as I can in, so it will be a longer video. But it's for those who cannot come and visit. Short grabs and captures are fine for generations with a short, with a limited attention span. A couple of things that I want to mention here. I have a handheld stick holding the camera still, and I'm pushing it against the rail. But as I'm pushing it against the rail is vibrating with the rock. It's really hard for a camera to capture what's going on here. You really have to come and see it for yourself. You can see sand that washed down here. That pool is full of water, so water flowed over these walkways. This is inside the fence and inside the railing, so I did the wet one last year. I don't need to do it, do I? I'll show you why it's not really worthwhile going there with the camera, but it's absolutely worthwhile going to see it, because nobody can show it to you on a camera. Jy moet vir hierdie met die camera wegsit, maar dis die moeite werd. On the wet lookout point, I'm going to try something that I haven't tried in the past, and that is pointing the camera away up to the last moment and see if I can avoid the water on the screen for a couple of seconds. I'll just wipe it in a moment. Alright, let's see. Hey, that's what you can see there. Maybe with diving goggles. Jy moet nou daar voor staan en afkyk. Haal jou hoed af. Look, kan ek sien nie? Look, you can see absolutely nothing. You cannot even look. It's like looking into a hosepipe. And I have not a single thread of dry clothes to wipe the screen on. This part of the walkways are still underwater. Now I just did a quick try at the wet viewing point. All the spray from the waterfall gets funneled into that area by an updraft created by the waterfall, and it gets pushed up there. So you have a stream of water coming straight up. I couldn't even see anything, let alone let the camera see anything. Too much water. So that was Augrabies. I will be slightly stepping down my rate of video making, because this will be the most hectic week of the harvest season this coming week, but also because the floods have died down, so the constant updates are going to get monotonous if I just continue it like that. I will update you as the level drops, and I will try and complete that photo series showing the rise and drop of the level. But from now on it will slow down a little bit. And this was completely different to yesterday's video, the one where I went to look for the inaccessible waterfall. Put the link up here, somewhere there. That was completely different. I would say that was much more of an adventure, but it cannot get close to this for the sheer impact of that mass of water. Even though here we didn't see the full stream of the river in one place, and in the other waterfall you do see it in one place. It doesn't look like it is because of the depth of the gorge there. It's just been filled in with water. Anyways, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.